Welcome back to Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode with me, grayduster, and episode 13. You'll notice a slight lack of torches. I've gone through and got rid of most of them. Not necessarily all the ones underground, however, but that's fine. Just a brief tip, when you've made your first ring of flight, don't just fling yourself off the edge and try to sneak, as you realise you don't have your sneak armour on again. So as you accelerate past the bat spawner, you sort of have to remember to press double space, otherwise you plummet to your death. Thankfully I did remember, but just a brief tip for those of you as stupid as I am, but that's okay. I did build a new smeltery. We're going to go over there in a second. We're going to replace this manual thing with something that automatically processes our ores. Start off with dust because that's by far the biggest amount of ore that we have. Did you want to do anything else first? No, I think let's just get on with the smeltery, shall we? So I crafted it 5x5 internal volume with, so that's 7x7 external, if you like, this wall. You'll notice a lot of windows in the bottom, a lot of seared glass windows, whatever they're called. Do I have any visibility of them from the outside without me standing in it? Seared glass, okay. So that's just to let light in from these glowstones around the outside, so that the inside is well lit even without these torches, because they don't quite cover the bottom. If I raise this up anymore, I'm not going to be able to put torches down, and I don't think you have a lit version of seared bricks. Well, that would be pretty cool. In order to actually replace all these torches, I went with, here's the one along here, carpenter blocks. So you can just shift right click glowstone onto them, glowstone dust, and they'll act as a light source. Which means if I just take off this helmet for a second, which gives me food, but also gives me night vision, once the night vision wears off, there you see, it's that much nicer effect that you get than torches, just from the glowstone blocks, well, the carpenter blocks with glowstone in them, and then you can disguise them as any block. That's kind of cool, and it's a really atmospheric effect as well. I quite like it. All it is a bit dark over there. I'm not sure what you're seeing on YouTube, so let me know if that's too dark or too light with this, and you know, either way I can leave them on or off. Just got a food saturation helmet of another kind. We can get it from our mob farm. So with this almost done, what I was going to do is to do these with casting tables. That would mean each of these would produce an ingot, and there probably wouldn't be much waste left over. The downside, unfortunately, is the iron ingots, or rather block of iron, which is the thing that we need. Well, to make a block of iron, you need a neutronium compressor. Yes, it is this trolley. So, yeah, I'm not going to get that anytime soon. I'll show you the recipe in a minute just for giggles, but it is not the easiest thing in the world to make. You can do it with Elven Trade, but that just gets you block of iron for block of iron. That seems a terrible exchange, or rather just a troll from the Elves. Chisel, nothing. Casting basin is the only other way to get it. And the neutronium compressor, just so you think I'm not avoiding work, neutronium compressor is a little bit hard. Yeah. Let's not build that yet. And the same is true for other things as well, not just iron ingots. But if we make blocks of iron, we can get that just fine without the need for a neutronium compressor. So if I just put in some more basins, what I've actually set up here is I'm using end of fluid conduits. That means that more than one type of fluid can flow through these at the same time. In this case, they're just set to always active output, nothing special on the outputs. But on the inputs, there is something special. So there is a filter, and I've set molten iron in here, and you do that just by making a molten iron bucket from a tank. You just pour some liquid into a tank, grab a bucket, and you've got yourself this, and you can just click on that to say filter molten iron, etc. So these will only allow molten iron in them. This conduit is not connected to the others yet because the others do not have filters on them, and I don't want iron going in everywhere. I'm not going to need that amount of iron casting basins. These are going to be pretty fast by themselves. The rest, you can then just put other fluids in the filters, and this can all process independently. It won't then matter that there is actually some metal left in, because the next time some dust goes in there, it'll just use that casting basin again. And this is tileable, tesselatable, stackable. We can build another actual row of these on top if we actually wanted to. And in fact, we could put it right on that block because we can put item conduits sharing these and pulling from the casting basins above them, and then just route it down to here on the outside, just like these ones, which are, if I just grab my wrench, they're just extracting on green. Green goes all the way back over there to our storage drawer controller. I'll show you that in a second. And on the storage drawer controller side, there's an output on red. Red comes back to here where I can just turn this back on again on insert only. I've got an advanced item filter, which has iron ore dust filtering in it. And this is a higher priority than the storage drawer system. So it should pull all iron ore dust out, which it is starting to right there. So that's going to be good. And as it actually pulls those out, it'll actually cook them up and put them in here. What I may need to do is craft, I guess, conduits. Maybe the speed upgrade, because it's quite a long distance away, and I'm not sure if that's affected. In fact, let's see. We should have most of those. This is a good option to, or a good point to talk about the inventory panel, which I've crafted finally. It did take a few items. I'm just going to show you that in a minute. Let's just see if I can make this now. Conduits. Speed upgrade. No, I don't have these yet. So what do I need? Redstone torch, maybe? Yeah, let's just make a few of those. Put that back in. So much easier to do this now. That is an item filter. Chargeable item filter? I don't think I've used that before. And do we have view now? No. Do we have pistons? That's probably why I need pistons from somewhere. I thought I'd made a few spare, but apparently I don't. So I will try that off camera and see if I can get that to speed up substantially. Yeah, so this system is probably now off. It is. So we're going to need to turn this back on. I'm going to upgrade this system. It was too slow as is, just with a single transfer node on here. I could have sped that up, and now I will do with world interaction upgrades. But I thought I may as well finish that up and expand it into a far faster system anyway. So multiple, there's lava underneath this block, by the way, in case you were wondering, multiple transfer nodes into a buffer, which is in case of reinforced cache. There's over 30,000 cobblestone, so it's going to be fast enough once we pull away from that. Let's just hook this system back up before I go anywhere else, just so I can turn the sifters back on, or they'll turn on automatically. Where are we? So transfer nodes. 1, 2, 3. Don't go for a dive in the swimming pool. 4. And then we can just grab some transfer pipe. And one that way. Let's bring it back this way. It'll probably connect. Yeah, it is. Let's get rid of that connection. So we just say to you, everything should go that way, and then we can click on this one and it'll detach. So that is all fine. Yeah. Apart from these won't actually generate new cobble. So what we do for that, let me just put 5 of you in. 5 of you in, and it will actually increase this quite substantially later, but they're a bit difficult to craft, those things, the world interaction upgrades. They are, well, not world interaction. They need pickaxes and they don't stack. So there's a way to do that with the inventory panel, which I'll show you in a second. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry, I didn't want to cough down the microphone. They will find 5 at once because there's 5 of them. So we're going to get a whole stack to get a whole stack at once. And it's going to look for this inventory system, which is this inventory node, if you like, which is passing 31,500, and it's going to continue to increase. It also is going to feed out of this from the top into this crucible. And from there, the lava goes in here, as we've seen before. It won't do at the moment because it's not fast enough. So in this node, I'm just going to put speed upgrades in there. And maybe, do I have a stack upgrade anywhere? Because it's not directly pulling cobblestone. There's a stack upgrade. Because it's not directly pulling cobblestone, I'm just wondering whether it's actually going to be faster to put a stack upgrade. I'm not sure if this will help, but I'll put it in there anyway. That is fine. Obviously, it's looking for inventories. This is full of cobblestone. This is now full of cobblestone, and it's keeping it full if you look at the top where it says solid volume, so no problems there. So that will mean these can be sped up. I've put some speed upgrades in there, but they will use all available power quite quickly, so I'm going to see if those speed upgrades will be able to be fed by these lava generators. It's going to need to build up power again because I let it drain, so all the conduits actually carry power. Like here, you see this is 0 at the moment, 0, so I'm going to leave that alone for a while. And of course I can take these out if I want to have it recover faster. But once that power is built up, these are actually much faster going. That you can see it's kind of at the moment, but yeah, that'll improve over time. So, inventory panel. The inventory panel, I did show you the recipe previously, and I crafted all the laborious stuff last episode, between the episodes, because it is laborious. The main part of this that isn't obvious, obviously these I can make. The remote awareness upgrade is straightforward. That's just electrical steel and iron ender and some silicon and conduit binder. Sentient ender is the one with the soul valve of the witch that I showed you, which is leaves the nutrient distillation bucket. The way to do this is to build yourself a vat, and into the vat put some meat and some sugar in these top 2 slots of some kind. Heads will do it, but also in my case from the ether trip I got plenty of raw beef, which you can go hunting that way, and that will make enough nutrient distillant or nutrient distillation to get started. There's still 2.5 buckets in there. You need 1 bucket to make the inventory panel, and if 2 more, it'll actually fill it up. And as you actually make stuff with it, it's going to drain this tank, but it's quite slow, so I would think that you'd be fine, not worrying too much about it. Just go for a hunting trip whenever you need to. Again, I've got more of it there. If you attach it to any storage through an item conduit, and do remember to make it in insert extract mode, otherwise you can't put stuff back into your system. If you attach it to just the storage drawer controller, well, it's not going to work, or not necessarily going to work without a remote awareness upgrade. So, whoops, do make sure you put a remote awareness upgrade in any inventory that you wanted to see, like this. This is in-out mode. And these 2 as well, the same thing. Put it wherever you need access from your inventory panel. These are reinforced caches, you've seen them before. I've left some ingots in the system because they are useful for recipes to be able to pull straightly into the inventory panel. And the rest is blocks of iron, which is being generated by our smeltery, all the way from over there. So that's where I may need that speed upgrade. Other than that, this is a good improvement. That is certainly just way, way faster than it used to be. Are you actually building up yet? Yep. Actually, it is, well, it's built up in the middle one, but for some reason not the top and the bottom yet, although they are processing pretty fast. So we'll see if any of these actually build up power. One quick aside, by the way, I didn't mention with the smeltery earlier, but do make sure you don't put things that can alloy in your filter in this. So don't put, iron together with ferrous or gold with silver or anything like that. You want this entire smeltery to be things that can't alloy together, so you will need another smeltery just to make sure if you want multiple things melting at once. It may sound obvious, but I just thought I'd mention it, just in case you start getting lots of alloys you didn't actually need. So, for example, you could put copper in here just fine. You could put gold in here just fine. None of those should alloy together. You don't want to mix those with then silver, tin, I'm guessing lead as well. So, just build another one for the next set of things that won't alloy together. You probably will only need 2, maybe 3 on the outside, but because iron is such a hog of inventory to start off with, because you get it with every operation of your sieves, in here you'll see that I've still got 5 iron ore dust to process. And what I'll do is, as this actually reduces, I'll then add copper into the mix, which is the next one down. And then we've got tin. So I don't want to put tin in place, so I'll have to build something separate for that. Osmium and tungsten probably going to be safe. And again, just check using NEI, make sure that doesn't have any problems. Another thing with the crafting grid, by the way, you can just, if you click on this, you can click here to just grab one of them, or shift click to put it in your inventory. If you click here, it'll fill another one, so you can shift click again. Or if you just shift click here, it should fill, and then you can shift click to fill your inventory with iron pickaxes. And similar things here with this. You can just click through these very, very fast to actually make them. So even though it is a little bit laborious, it's by far, far faster than manual crafting in these, which what we were doing for some time, and now I'm so glad we've got out of. So I finally captured a lot of the animals that we had in our passive farm, and you can see things are happening here because when I came back, they'd respawned. So the idea here, and let me just go and grab some soul vials if I've got some spare, because grabbing some of these animals, particularly the moo cows, are they called moo cows? I want to say that sounds like what are they actually called? Is that the mod? Or am I just making things up? No, moo fluids. Okay, so moo cows, moo fluids. Okay, so we got a kerosene cow. I will definitely take a kerosene cow. Otherwise, we can just look. Is it? Ooh, diesel cow. Are you also diesel? Your energized glowstone. I'm taking you. I will happily take a diesel cow. Yeah, these are building up. And are you a biodiesel? Wow, okay, so environmentally friendly sewage cow. Let's get rid of you. And we can just keep doing this and just get rid of these as we see it. Molten ardite. I'm not sure if I'm going to need ardite, but hey, I'll take you anyway. So many cows that we can actually collect. Mainly out here, I wanted to wait for chickens because I needed the eggs to complete that quest. So let's go and just put these back in my filing cabinet. And what I think I'm going to do with those little cows is probably a replacement or an addition to that lava generator, but it will have to go in another dimension. I don't want cow noises all over the place. They're bad enough on that separate passive farm. And the rest, you just kill them off and then wait for more to spawn. Let's put these back. Let's see how far we can get in quests. What have we got? So this is the passive farm. I was just looking for eggs. That completed. So I can take... Oh, and I can get spawn egg off things that I can get anyway. Just take a spawn chicken, I guess, just in case. Does that open anything up? Let's have a look. So sugarcane should lead us then down into dye seeds, which should lead us down into Botania stuff. So these are all the different colours of Botania seeds. Floral fertilizer is one of them. But we have to go through the rest of this first. So what do we have to do? Glowstone plants, so nitro wart spores. Fine. I've got to make wheat. In fact, now I've got to make toast sandwiches. They're kind of useful for food. Sugarcane, so sugarcane seeds. That is also fine. And then, yeah, we can... Epic bacon brotato. Really? Right. And then we can head down into Britannia. So I'm going to go and do those off camera, I think. They'll probably just be Agricraft stuff, which is not terribly exciting to do on camera. So I'd rather leave that off camera for now. I did move the assembly table that we made briefly down here. Also made a mistake, which is still useful because I can shut the system off from the rest of the system if I want to. I made a lever, and that's not the mistake, but the mistake is down here. I was so used to these that used to be taking up power constantly, and they don't do that anymore. This is shut off at the moment, but if I turn it back on, they will power back up. Because, and this is useful for other things, this is why I'm showing it to you. So the redstone conduit is underneath the lever. That sends a redstone signal through to the plates. The plates are under here, and we set active with signal on these. So these will only get power when that redstone signal is on, which means I can shut the system off and they will drain slowly as they actually use up the power. Put a chest next door, and that will output iron chipsets when I want them. Of course, they're not going to be as useful as other things, so that's fine. I will actually want resonant machine frames fairly soon, however, though. Resonant machine frame. No. No. Resonant? It's probably not called a machine frame. It's probably called... machine frame resonant, of course. Okay, so that is going to lead to lots of other things. Let's... Not that. Not that. But into ME. In order to get to ME, we're going to have to do it. So I will figure that one out. Probably for next episode. Because I'd like to rush ME and get rid of the... Even this storage system is not great. The unfortunate part is the ME drives do take a trip to another planet, which sounds good, but is something I've also not done. I've not done Agricraft before, so we'll get that sorted too. Now, in order to actually get further into this quest line, down into here and into the Britannia stuff, or the Britannia area, we're going to need to breed more seeds. Now, I've done sugarcane. That's straightforward. I think I've got them in there. Yes, I do. I've not bred them up to 10 yet. And the other one is that toast sandwich one that I should probably get out of the way. However, I'm somewhat sick, even when only doing it twice, with actually getting these up manually. So let's look at what we can do to make that more automatic. And that is where the farming station and Agricraft farming station comes in. Farming station I'm more used to, but the Agricraft one... I think does this automatically. So let's just build a farming station first, shall we? It's a QED recipe. I've got them crafted all the bits and pieces. Or at least I hope I've crafted all the bits and pieces. So much of a shame I can't do this through the inventory panel. But other than that, it is just fine. And a machine chassis. Yep. So that's going to make the farming station. The upgrade is going to take, again, it's QED. Farming base modules, and these chassis plates are just iron and a machine chassis to make 8, and I'm going to need 16, I think. Yes, so 2 machine chassis, some crop sticks, and just these, the capacitor lined housing plates. This is where you want those reject stuff from your capacitor seeds. So that's why we had to do the capacitor seeds first. Excuse me, I'm going to cough again. That's why we had to do those capacitor seeds first, to get this stuff out of the way. We're also getting electrical steel and conductive alloy, conductive iron. We're going to need 4 of those, so 12 conductive iron and 12 electrical steel. Do we have those already? Let's take this with us. In fact, we can put that back in. We don't need it just yet. I may have some of those recipes. By the way, I also saw some other cows. There was one that was tectonic petroleum. I don't even know what tectonic petroleum is yet, but that sounds pretty cool. It's probably useless, but we'll see. Where was I? Yes, electrical steel, and we got enough of that. And we also needed conductive iron, so we have enough of that. And then I did go and put some of those rejects in our input chest, or the kind of temporary input chest here, so I can grab some of you and some of you. And is that all I needed for this? And it's in the inventory panel, so that can go in here. Crafting grid, there. Conductive alloy, or conductive iron, and electrical steel. Yep. So I need 4. Is it 4 per? Yeah, I need 4 per, and it's 8 total, so 32 of these. So I'm going to be out of conductive iron, unfortunately, but I'll go and make some more of that. That's okay. Yeah, can we make the rest? I can probably put that together. So we're going to need something like that, some crop sticks. And the rest is chassis plates. So we can grab a couple of machine chassis. Oh, hang on. Is that? Yes, fine. They make 8 each. Yeah. I was just paranoid that I was going to need huge amounts of machine chassis, and I don't, thankfully. Really, really thankfully. We can just grab that. I need some faster boots at some point as well. If you have any recommendations, do let me know, because I quite like to go... where are we? Quite like to go a lot faster. So there are our 16 chassis plates. like that. Let me just store that recipe. And then we just need many more capacitive iron and electrical steel. Lots of you. Return the rest in there. And then we can just grab the rest of this recipe. Where's the farming station? There we are. We can just fill that, and then I can hopefully just, well, once this actually returns, we get 5 of those. What else do I need in order to fill that? I thought I would have enough. Oh, I do. Okay. Return area is frozen. Why are you frozen? Oh no, it's just an update issue. Fine, I'm going to need 3, so let's just make you. So I've got 8 now. We can go and make the Agricraft farming station. Then we're going to have a look at what upgrades we're going to need to put into it, because by itself, it's not terribly impressive, I don't think. Let's have a look. We're also going to need power into it, which means probably soon I should start thinking about running power around the base, rather than local base power and just ender tanks for a power source into a lava gen. But for now, yeah, it's easy enough. So if I put you there and you on top, no power. So we're going to need to get some power. That's straightforward. I think I've got at least 1 lava gen. Do I have enough? Do I have enough blaze rods, or am I having to go and kill more of them? Blaze rods 5. Yes, I have enough for 1 bit of wool even. In fact, why am I even doing that by hand anymore? Can we just say ender tank, please? I think we're short on the cauldron, so let's make the cauldron. And then the ender tank. Yeah, much easier. And I should have the lava gen in here as well. I do. So that should be it, I want to say. Maybe some power conduits, which I have. Yep. Okay, let's go and place this down. Where are we up? Is it upstairs from here? Yeah, it is. So let's put the lava gen in place. We can just put that underneath, I guess. And then the ender tank we can put there. And we want iron pipe. Well, we don't need the energy conduit actually, because that will work just fine. We just need iron pipe to pipe in the... There we go. Put you in place, and you can either hit that with a wrench or just turn it here, and it should input just fine. Or not. Fine. Let's do it the other way. Yeah, you're working fine now. So, no crop sticks, no hoe. It is quite good at self-documenting, so that's pretty good. We have some control modules and module storage. They are going to let us basically upgrade this thing. And I guess we can... yeah, I think I have just about enough capacitors. Stack and a half of octadics to go and upgrade this thing. Yep, that's much better. It'll store 100,000 RF now. And on the sides, okay, so we have controls for what we want to input and output. For the moment, I'm aggressively till. Yeah, for the moment, I'm going to go and craft some upgrade modules. Probably the breeding ones, certainly. Let's just have a look. What is it? Ender IO add-ons, isn't it? Add-ons. So all these upgrade modules apply. Breeding, crossbreeding, seed harvesting, analyzing, upgrading, weeding we don't need. I don't think there's weeds in this particular mod pack. Ejecting, sorting, and farming an intelligence module. The intelligence module does take a Franken-zombie. We haven't made those before, but it is just a Zedge controller with a soul vial of a zombie, so nothing too special there either. I'm going to go craft a few of these and let's see if this all works just for the end of the episode. Alright, so about an hour later, those modules are quite expensive. As it turns out, you need a lot of machine chassis, even more conductive iron and yeah, electrical steel. So that wasn't minor, but we have got there now. In particular, 3 expensive ones are the ones with seed sorting modules. Sorry, the ones with farming intelligence modules. There's 3 of them, and they require 8 base modules each and a Franken-Zombie. Franken-Zombie's easy, but the other ones all require... There you are. So lots and lots of this stuff. So chassis plates and these capacitor line housing plates are the real problem. 3 conductive iron, 3 electrical steel each, and you just require huge amounts of them. So maybe 6 stacks of iron and steel. So let's just put this module in. We've got breeding, we've got seed harvesting, seed analyzer, plant upgrading module, seed sorting module. Full credit to Wix on Reddit for this one. Seems pretty legit, so we got those in. Let's just change over to crop sticks and put those through. And is that everything? There's our output. We're getting wheat in this particular case. You'll see it's planted crop sticks. What I wonder is if it'll actually breed them now. Let's see. Do we have any seed storage in here? Yeah, we do. So will it actually breed those, I wonder? Oh, and it's starting to breed them over on here as well. It's basically, I think it's got a 5x5 radius or something along those lines, so much like an MFR machine. So we've got to deal with that kind of thing, but that's fine. You aren't yet breeding though. And if I put this in, yeah, it starts to go a little bit mental. It's certainly, oh, it's replanting. You can't go on sand. Yeah, it's too much for just this one little lava generator, unfortunately, but that's okay. So I'll let that run for a little while. I may have put some fertilizer in because it's just bone meal. And let's see if it actually does breed these up. In fact, can we tell now? That's 121, but I placed that manually, so I'm not going to get that out there. Okay, let me wait for a few minutes and we'll come back. And that was my stupid mistake. I put the modules in the storage, not in the control modules section. So I put them in control modules, and it is now actually breeding things. We've got 121. It takes them out and analyzes them, puts double crop sticks in place, waits for them to get bred, and etc. And this should, you see 121s are spreading across there now. 223s already over there. And from the looks of things, this actually has a much larger range. It has not only this area in front of it, which is 3 in front of it, but probably 3 in all directions. So that's actually 7x7, I want to say. Yeah, centered on the thing. In this case, I just set up a simple setup, but what I may well do is move all this under our feet, the next layer down, and then just have a little garden up here that will then let me automate getting all of our crops to 10, 10, 10. And it doesn't take very long. You're on 223. I can just go away and wait for this to finish. We do have to export the stuff out. This does have, yeah, a limited capacity, so that's something we should get rid of. Let me just put my stuff over here so it doesn't get interfered with. Yeah, let's just put you back. We may not need that for a while. And let me just put you back so that I can put a couple more things away. Soul vials. Okay, so what do we need for that toast sandwich? Toast. Vegemite and toast bean. Ugh, Vegemite and toast. Who likes Vegemite? Probably most of you. Toast requires just bread in an oven. Bread requires wheat flour. And, oh, we can just convert wheat straight away if I have a crafting grid, which I do. Assuming that's not disabled. It isn't, so we can just grab some bread. And we can just put that in an oven. Is it in an oven? Toast sandwich? Oh no, it's just direct conversion. Oh no. What was that? Are you sure? Oh, it's toast first. So yeah, that's going to go into an oven. Fine. I guess it'd be fine in this alloy smelter. I mean, we won't get any heavy metal poisoning from this. No, that's fine. Yeah, don't worry. Just lead. And Electrical steel. Yeah, I guess we can make toast just fine. So you should go in here and we can make a toast sandwich, which is going to be pretty good for food. How many of those do we actually need? 16. Okay, so we're going to have plenty of wheat, but I will do that off camera and between the episodes. Is that really good? That's really good. Yeah, there goes our apple supply. We can just get wheat, which we can obviously use to breed cows and all kinds of other things. So I think that's pretty much it for this episode. We've got automated smeltery in one episode. We've got automated Agricraft in one episode. That's going to run out of crop sticks really fast at the rate it's actually going. Oh, you're full already of various seeds. So are you deploying? That's just... what I'm going to have to do is pull all of this stuff out. So let's just take the wheat for now. And then I'm going to figure out a way of doing the seeds as well. So anything apart from 10 to 10 or something like that, I may have to just keep my eye out for until later. And that's, let's just convert this all to bread. It's more compact. And then back into the toaster, as we're now calling it. There we go. And how's my toast coming? Yeah, it's not too bad. 21, that should be enough to get the quest. Or is it? No, 16. Detect. Well, yeah, wheats. And then that gives us a chance and a loot chest. And let's just finish up by actually getting to see what's in these loot chests. Something good, something good, something... not good. Something good, something good. Ah, that's actually good. Okay, so I had these up here, maybe just for transport between these two platforms, a bit faster than this concrete, and I can do that just by extending viaduct. Although what I don't know is what the speed of this is like without the faster long-range version. Let's just pop over here. How many of these do I have left? 11. Should be enough. Yeah, it's enough. And yeah, and then you just need a wrench of some kind. Wrench. That lets you open the end. At which point, can I travel? It's okay. But it's not hugely fast, so we'll have to look into a much faster version later. They're actually hard to make these, so it's nice that I get them at loot chests occasionally. Alright, thanks for watching the episode. As I said, we got the smelter up, we got Agricraft going, we've got an inventory panel now, so we can do lots of recipes much easier than before. And I think I'm going to have to solve this issue here with probably some more of those cows. We're going to look for something we can convert to fuel. Soul vials. And let's just get rid of a few of you. Let me just see if there's anything over there at the end of the episode. Do we have anything? Any moo fluid cows? Purple cow. Light brine. No, we don't need you. The chunks haven't loaded. No. Oh well. I'll come back next episode and we'll see if we get anything decent. For now, thanks for watching.